Well, I had to bring out a light in here. Just got too dark for me to see, so I went ahead and put the light up and turned the camera on a little bit. But right now, I got the bacons soaking in lukewarm water. I got them washed, and I'm soaking them for at least a half an hour. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to repack the hams here. So, like I said, I got me some salt mixed up here, that Morton Sugar Cure salt, and I'm going to repack all the hams just like I did originally. So make sure I get everything rubbed down and packed real good for the final cure. Okay, so I got the hams down to the final rub. I got them packed down. Like I said, this is the second stage of the curing process. So I got them real packed with salt all around there. Like I said, it's covered with salt. Be mindful of the hock area. And I'll be checking them throughout the next few weeks. I got some leftover salt, so I'll be checking them periodically and making sure they're pocked. So these here, technically, they're ready to continue the cure process. So, get back with you. Okay, well, I got the light hanging in the smokehouse here. I want to show you guys. Got the bacons, put them on one hook in the middle. I probably should have probably put it on each end, corner. Maybe they might have hang straighter like a little sheet hanging down, but this will work just fine. Like I said, it's not an exact science to it. All I'm doing is letting it dry. It needs to be perfectly dry for the smoke to take to it. So like I said, I'll be back in a day or so here after they're good and dry, hanging dry, and then I'll go ahead and put some smoke to them. So get back with you guys later. Okay, it's been a couple days since I hung the bacons. Remember a couple of evenings I hung the bacon? You can kind of see them in there hanging. They're perfectly dry now, and we're ready to smoke it. Now here's how I'm going to put smoke into my smokehouse. I use a tabletop Weber grill. That's just, we had one years ago and tried it. It works great because I put in the coals just like I would be grilling, get some briquettes and get a hotbed of coals, and I can control the amount of air up top and the bottom, down on the bottom here, and I can control my coals and control how much fire, actually heat, goes onto the wood. Because all I really want, I don't want no flare-ups, I just want a smoldering smoke. Now the wood that I'm going to use is, I just got some regular sassafras that I just cut, and I'll probably take a hatchet and chop them up in little small chunks here. And once got the coals going, just like I said, just like a regular grill, I got them going, they're starting to heat up, and then I'm going to pour them in here. When they're good and red, I'm going to lay the wood on there and start getting a slight smoldering smoke, control the air, and then slide it in on the floor and close it up. And then I'm just going to keep track of it and watch it, so that if there is a flare up or fire in there, I want to come in here and put it back out right away. Because like I said, we don't want any kind of flare ups, we just want a smoldering smoke going on. So I'll get that going and get back with you guys. Okay, I think my charcoal's getting to the point where it's just about ready to put in the grill. So I like to got my sassafras wood here ready. I like to use sassafras because hickory puts a pretty strong smoke flavor to it, and sassafras smokes great, and it puts just a mild smoke flavor to it. And that's why I like to keep my meat with just a mild smoke. I don't like that big heavy smoked flavor to things. So that's why I use sassafras. Everybody has their own reasons for using different type of wood. I know you can use quite a few different types of wood, but 99% of the time I'm going to use sassafras. start laying some wood on here. Once it takes hold there and starts smoking pretty good, put the lid on it, make sure it's smoking real good, and go ahead and set it inside the smokehouse. Okay, I got the coals are in there, and I got the wood laying on it. I can already hear the moisture starting to sizzle out of the wood, and it's coming in with pretty good smoke right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on, and see how it's just smoking out of the top of that. What I'll do is I'll just carry that in and set it on the floor of my smokehouse. Keep an eye on it. So now that it's going there, I'm going to close up the door and let the smokehouse fill up with smoke. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm trying to get it where you can see some of the smoke starting to come out of all the little cracks and crevices and eaves of the smokehouse. Like I said, I'm just going to keep this light smoke going in here for about, I'd say maybe 3 hours, 3-4 hours. Keep back checking on it every once in a while, and then I'm just going to let it hang, the bacons hang for a few more days so that they'll take the smoke then. Okay, a few days ago I smoked the bacons and I let it hang in the smokehouse for a few days to kind of set the smoke flavor to it. So like I said, it's been hanging for a few days, and now I'm going to cut off a little hunk of bacon here so I can fry me up a little batch and kind of sample it, see how it tastes, see if I need to smoke it some more, or if it's just good. But it has a good smell to it. I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this up and sample it. Before we cut it, you got the skin on it here, which is the rind. Go ahead and flay that off. Now I can slice them up for frying pan. Okay, you can see how I'm just cutting the rind off here. You run the knife blade just right underneath the rind. You can kind of see the shadow of the knife blade coming through. So finish off cutting that off. Just kind of fillet it. I'm just slicing me off some small chunks here, small slices here to sample, obviously. But if I normally just let it hang, either it's going to be chilled from being in the smokehouse, or I'll go ahead and cool it, and then I'll put it on a slicer. And I like to slice my bacon. I'd say I like it about an 1/8 inch thick myself. Some people like it thinner, but I like it about 1/8 inch thick, and it can fry it up. It tastes pretty good that way. This is almost too warm to really slice really good, but it'll work for a knife for sampling. I guess now's a moment of truth. I think that'll do. I smoked it, like I said, with sassafras for about 4 hours. Let it hang for a few days. Let it take take the smoke. That's just about right. If you never had salt cured and smoked bacon before, man, you don't know what you're missing. That'll do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the bacons cool and then slice it and freeze it that way. Some of it. Some of it I'm going to just go ahead and let hang in the smokehouse for a while. And don't forget, the hams are in there also. So they're still curing. So they got several weeks to go yet as far as the hams go. So I'll get back with you when we start working on those hams.